Hello everyone and welcome back to Cooking with Suzanne. Today we're going to make some fried rice. This is one of my favorite dishes to make for lunch. It's quick and easy. So let's talk about our ingredients. First thing you will need is 4 large eggs, which I have here in my bowl. And then I have all my ingredients all ready, and this is so quick and easy to put together. I think you're going to really enjoy it. Let me just grab my rice. Okay, so first off, the rice. This is extra long grain rice. You can use medium rice, and this is 6 cups cooked. So you would need about 2 cups of raw rice. You can use your rice cooker, or you can just cook it on top of the stove. So this is 6 cups that I have prepared this morning. And we have a half a cup of red onion, a half a cup of fresh peas, a half a cup of fresh corn off the cob. If you can't get corn off the cob, you can certainly use frozen corn. I have 1 cup of Canadian bacon, which I love. And this Canadian bacon is from Autumn Harvest Farm. It's just delicious. What else could you use in place of Canadian bacon? You could use chicken. You could use a shrimp. You could use shrimp with a combination of the Canadian bacon would be delicious. So, or you could make this vegetarian. You could add some sugar snap peas to this. You could add some diced zucchini to this dish. So it's really easy to really put together a wonderful fried rice just from whatever vegetables you have in your refrigerator. I also have 4 scallions here, which I did slice very thinly on the bias, and 1 large tomato that I did not peel, but I did seed it and diced it up. So that's it, and of course our fresh herbs. I have a 1/4 cup of mixed parsley and some fresh basil. You could use cilantro if you like cilantro. So let's get started. First thing I have on the stove is 2 frying pans. I have my large saute pan that the fried rice is going to be cooked in. And in there we're going to start with our red onion. I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil in my pan heating up already. I can turn it up a little bit now. And I will start with the red onion. If you don't have red onion, you can use sweet Vidalia onion. So we'll put in our half a cup and start to get that sauteed. We can turn this up a little bit. That'll take about 3 to 4 minutes to get your onion cooked. And in the meantime, we can get our eggs cooked. So in this saute pan, I also have some olive oil. You could also use canola oil or grapeseed oil. And all you want to do is just briskly whisk this. You don't want it completely whisked smoothly. You just want this kind of very briefly whisked. Okay, that's all you have to do. And you can either use a rubber spatula, or if you have chopsticks, you can use chopsticks. And all you want to do is just basically make scrambled eggs. Okay? So I have this heating up. We'll turn this up also to medium high, and we can put our eggs in. There we go. So first thing I want to do is just keep an eye on these onions. You don't really want to get that much color. You're just really looking to make your onions nice and translucent, which should take about 3 to 4 minutes. We can add a little bit of salt here to our onions. Just a little kosher salt. Okay, so our eggs are starting to set up. Okay, our eggs are basically done. I'm turning them up on high just to get a touch of color to them. And I have a tray here lined with paper towel, and I'll put my eggs right there. So I think you see the eggs only take 1 to 2 minutes. I'm just going to stir the onions again. They're looking really good. So I think I can turn my heat down now. They look great. I can smell them. And let's take our eggs off. Here are our eggs. I'm just going to place them on this tray lined with paper towel just in case there's any excess oil, which there actually doesn't seem to be any. There you have beautiful eggs. Just leave those aside. Okay, so our onions really look like they're ready to go to the next step, which is to add more vegetables here. So now we can put in our peas and our corn. If you do have a lot of zucchini coming out of your garden, I do think, and if you notice, everything's all about the same size, because when you get a mouthful, you want to get everything at the same time. So the corn, the onions, the peas, the tomato, it's all roughly the same size. So all I'm doing is just giving this a real quick kind of little bit of a stir fry. And we can throw in our scallions. And I have it on fairly high heat because you want this to cook pretty quickly. Then I'm going to add my tomato. And our last ingredient is the Canadian bacon, which, by the way, is fully cooked. So this is just to heat up. And if you were to do shrimp, you would use it raw and put your shrimp in until it's cooked. Shrimp cooks very quickly, especially on high heat. It'll be ready in 2 minutes. So give this a nice little stir. I'm just going to bring it forward so that you can see what it looks like before I go ahead and add the rice. Okay, so here are all our vegetables, which look really pretty and very tasty. And as you know, tomato needs salt. So I'm going to add some salt right now to our tomato. Canadian bacon has salt in it, so that will also add another level to the dish. Here we go. So just let that cook for about a minute. Want to make sure everything is heated up nicely. And then our last ingredient to go into our dish, we have the rice. And then we'll finish off with our beautiful eggs and our fresh herbs. And we're ready to eat. So this is a very delicate fried rice. It's up to you whether you'd really like to serve it with any soy sauce. Cuisine has a light sodium soy sauce and regular soy sauce. If you're going to use soy sauce, I would suggest to use it lightly. You want all of these wonderful summer flavors to come through. This is a great, easy lunch to prepare. Okay, I think this is ready. We can throw our rice in now. It looks good. Everything is nice and vibrant looking. So here's our 6 cups of rice. Okay. Just break up your rice into your vegetables. I'm going to turn this down to medium now. Okay. Here we go. I'll bring this in front of us and we can add our eggs to it. Okay, so let's add our eggs. I did use olive oil to cook the eggs because I kind of wanted that nice flavor in there. You can certainly use, as I said, a grapeseed oil or a canola oil. So let's put in our fresh herbs. And just give this a nice toss. Okay, here's our beautiful fried rice. So now we are ready to plate it up. Okay. It is nice to taste this first just to make sure that it's seasoned properly. Let's just give the rice a taste to make sure that there's enough salt. I think it could use a little bit of salt. So let's just add a little more salt. There we go. Okay. Wow, this looks really good. And very healthy. This is really nice and healthy for you too. Okay. I think you can see all the vegetables. I think we have everything there. And this is the wonderful little basil that I just took from the garden. We have two different kinds. So we can just, then you'll know when you do put your herb, it should always be the herb that you're using in your dish so that you know what the herb is. I am going to come around and show you our fried rice. Okay, so here's your fried rice. Look at all the lovely vegetables, a little bit of ham. There you go. Well, that's it for a nice, quick, easy lunch to prepare. Very satisfying. I think you'll really enjoy it. Thanks very much. See you again soon.